I always think that I get all my inspiration from traveling, and it's something that I know that's part of me for the rest of my life. I don't try to fight it. I don't try to think of, I should stay home and do more things at home. I should go get a real job, all those things. I don't care anymore. I'm gonna do what feels right for who I am and for what I want to be, and I'm going to pursue it. This is how I'm happy. This is what I like to do, and I've learned to live with a lot less, and now I have a lot more. So we're here at the Basilica di Carmine, I believe is what it's called. I've actually never been inside this church. I've always seen and appreciated this statue of Petrarch. I've taken many photos of it, and the times that I've been around here, the church has never been open. They did a renovation on the front of it a year or two ago, and I just haven't been in this side of town for a long time. And it looks beautiful. Let me show you. This is the facade of the basilica. Let's go in. Thing about Italy is that pretty much any church you go into you would consider to be like a blockbuster church. The most famous churches, there's admissions and there's long lines to get in, but if you wander around you realize that pretty much any church you come across has incredible sculpture, incredible art, and the more smaller churches are much more peaceful, and you can leisurely just go about your business of looking at some incredible things. You forget, being an American especially, just how ancient some of these things are. Most of them made in the Renaissance or before, and you start to appreciate time and how lucky that things like this have existed for so long and have not been destroyed in wars or through indifference. I've lived here in Padua for over 15 years. No, that's not true. I don't know where that came from. I've lived here in Padua for about 5 years, and I'm still constantly surprised and amazed by what I see. I'll be honest with you, last night I took a similar walk through the center of Padua, and I just wasn't feeling inspired or creative or anything. I was really extremely tired. My foot was hurting. It hasn't completely healed. And I just, even though I was surrounded by the same scenery, I just wasn't feeling it. I didn't know what to take a photo of even. You know, I guess we all go through that, right? We feel inspired sometimes, and sometimes we don't. We just have to kind of roll with the punches, right? We have to expect that sometimes we're filled with inspiration, sometimes we're not. And, oh, a camera store. Hold on. Okay, sorry for that interruption. I never saw that camera store before. Anyway, as I was saying, sometimes inspiration hits you, sometimes it doesn't. You just have to accept that on some days you're on, some days you're off, some days you're like, and it's all part of life. If you're wondering how I'm getting some of these neat street shots of me walking and passing things, I have one of these cool little Joby-like things that makes your phone clasp on just about anything that's available. I didn't really plan on coming to the Teatro Verde today. This is the famous theater here in Padua. It's an amazingly beautiful building. And the statue here out front, who is this? Angelo Biolco il Rusante. 1500 to 1542 is when he lived. Such a short life if you think about it. People in the 1500s, 40 years old was old age. Another thing that we should feel lucky about in this modern age, where we've been able to overcome so many different types of diseases and challenges. Sorry about the audio. I had to put the battery pack on. When I have the battery pack on, I can't have the audio cord inside of it. But I just wanted to show you a little bit of this amazing building. Of course, all this sightseeing has made me hungry. I'm hungry, but right now it's not quite breakfast time anymore, and it's not quite lunchtime. In Italy, that means tough. I hope you're enjoying wandering the streets of Padua with me this morning, and I hope that you find time to hit the subscribe button down there so you can follow me on some more journeys that are coming up. So thank you for subscribing and for watching my videos. Now let's go get something to eat. So we've made our way to the center of town and to a cafe that I've become quite familiar with, Caffeine. They have amazing, beautiful desserts. I've never tried one, but they have something that I really enjoy. It's sort of something that you can eat for breakfast or for lunch. It's sort of like a brunch. So let's go inside and enjoy the ambience of Caffeine and the food. One thing I like about Caffeine here in the center is you can enjoy eating your lunch or your breakfast, or in this case, your brunch, and just take in the sights by sitting at a window here. Well, that was an enjoyable breakfast to have, and now I have just one errand to run before I go home. next week is Easter, so I need to pick up some treats for some people that I know. Okay, I think I did pretty good. I got the treats that I needed for Easter, and now there's just one thing left to do.